Hello my spooky friends, and welcome to another video. This one is going to be a bit different, so I'm going to go through and show you my collection and declutter my space. And if it is not known, let it be known now that I am a lipstick junkie. But I wanted this opportunity to show you my entire collection and the space that I use to create my looks and how I relax when I do my makeup, because doing makeup really relaxes me, the creativity to bring things to fruition. But another thing is organization, which having things at my fingertips makes everything a lot better. So sit back and relax, and we'll just go ahead and get into it. So here is my workspace. It is located in a small part of my bedroom, and as you can see, it's not a vanity, it is pieced together. I am the budget queen, so this is in dire need of a lot of rehaul, cleanup, and in order to get this done, I'm going through every drawer, and this right here is my entire lipstick collection. So please ignore my feet and the fact that we are on the floor. I thought this was the best way to show you how chaotic everything is, because I had to just dump every drawer out in order to go through it. So when it comes to lipsticks, I am organizing this by color. So the cool tone colors, the greens, the purples, the blacks, and the grays, I'm going to get those organized and just pick them out of this entire pile. And I have so many different finishes, so I'm not going to go through every entire brand or every finish, but I have satin, demi matte, full matte, gloss, you name it. I have every formula known to man. If you can get it in a lipstick, I have it. But I found these on Amazon, and these are some dividers that you can actually cut to fit whatever you need. So I went through and I cut to fit, but I also went through with the vertical and the horizontal slats, and you can rearrange them however you need. So I had some bigger spots and some smaller spots, but I'm going through a lot of this makeup collection, and when it comes to the lipsticks, I like to make sure that bullet lipsticks are not oxidized, checking everything that I can, making sure that things are not dried up. And I do some of this off camera a little bit, because that would just have taken so much more time than you see me going through and just picking out the colors and organizing it. Now at this point, I don't know exactly how many lipsticks that I do have, but I do have a final count at the very end. So here is my favorite lipsticks in several different finishes and the brands. So for my very matte, will not go anywhere, stay for 16 hours, eat and drink at a party, is the Maybelline Super Matte Ink 16-hour wear. These are very comfortable, even though that they are matte and they are long lasting. They are also a liquid matte lip, which tends to be uncomfortable with other brands, but not the Maybelline Superstay Ink Matte formula. So after taking a little bit of a break, this is just a cloudy day where I'm sitting around, I found this in my purse. Yes, all of these were in one purse. And I don't know how many there were. I was a little bit too embarrassed to actually count, but I believe there was about a dozen of them. So my other favorite liquid lipstick is the Whipped from NYX. Now they have a lip lingerie line that just dried my lips out so bad that within the hour, less than an hour, I knew that I was sending back their lip lingerie. Horrible, and they even reformulated it, and I hate it. But they have this smooth whip formula that's dry, matte, and stays very well, and that is a great one to have, and it's a good price, and they often go on sale. So if you're interested, I would actually check that out, because it is a lot more forgiving to remove, and it stays well, and it's very comfortable, and it's a little bit more affordable. And I just think that you would like that better if that's something that you're looking for. Now I'm going into the colors here, and I'm rearranging it by the reds and the berries. And if you all know that my favorite liquid red lipstick is a blue based red that comes from ColourPop, and it's called Melonade. This is one of the things that I keep in my wish list and I add to my cart often to replace it. But the other favorite red lipstick comes from two different sources. One is Milani and the other one is from Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild and Milani is a bullet cream lipstick and it's true red. So if you're looking for a true red to get rid of the orangey tint, look for the ingredients on the back that's got a color listing of blue, and that'll get you away from the orange color if that's not your thing. But the Milani and the Wet n Wild have great formulas that once you put them on your lips, they don't bleed past the natural lip line, so you can get away with not having to use a lip liner. And the Milani runs a price about $8 to $9, where the most affordable is the Wet n Wild, and it is just as good as all the other bullet matte lipsticks. I think one of the best cream formulas in lipstick comes from Milani and ColourPop. Very comfortable in a very wide range of colors, but I tend to stick a little bit more with those that stay because I'm doing looks for a long period of time, and it just depends on where I'm going, if I'm going out to dinner or if I'm just going to run errands, as to how I pick what color lipstick I'm going to wear. Also the look that I also have on, for my makeup. But I do believe that the other formulas that you will not see in my collection are lip stains. I don't know what it is about the lip stain. It just doesn't have enough color for me. I have maybe one in this collection and I hate everything about it. I want that pouty, glossy, full lip color. I'm a full color girl, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for those colors with the most payoff because they last longer and there's less chance of reapplying, so you reapply it less, you're using less product, and therefore you're saving yourself some money. So the initial lipstick count with what I got for Christmas is 106. So moving on to my eyeshadow palettes, I have a lot that's indie brand and not drugstore. So you're going to see a lot of things that either you've seen it on the videos or you're just not used to it. But I have collabs from friends, I've collabed with indie brands, and so what I have here for these acrylic dividers is I'm going to use them to set those palettes that are unable to fit in a drawer. They're just clunky. Don't get me wrong, there's certain packages and collections I do love, like horror movie collections, and they just don't sit well into this drawer that I use for most of my everyday makeup. So my thought process here in separating is to get all the neutrals together, all the colors together, and then all the special packaging together in one spot. Now, when I declutter, what I normally do is make sure the product is not expired, and then I sanitize that product and I give it to my sister. Now, I don't have products that are sitting around that are unused that I could donate to a women's shelter. If I did, I would be more than happy to do that. But I don't have anything like that currently, and everything I have I use. But here you can see my specialty palettes, those that are bulk and hard to store, my Terrifier, my Chucky palettes, and my blood-sucking eyeshadows palette. So now I'm going to go through and organize everything into colors. But these are the palettes that are going to sit on top of the drawer for display. They're always nice to take a look, but these are my Revolution Beauty palettes. I don't use them as much anymore because they were my starting point. If you're looking for a good amount of product and for something to start with and you don't want to spend a lot of money, Makeup Revolution or Revolution Pro is where you can get those palettes around like $5-6, and it's a lot of product. So if you're looking to start out with a ton of color and you don't want to spend a lot of money, it's a good way to check that out. So I'm going to try to put everything in the description, especially when it comes to saving money and being on a budget. I'm not going to list everything to every collection that I have, but I will list those that I think that are most affordable in the description. Now, as far as the smaller palettes, like the bite-sized palettes from e.l.f. Cosmetics and the palettes from Smashbox, these are my travel palettes. Easy to keep up with and magnetic, so they're going into the front because I don't reach for them unless I'm going to travel. So I need the other products to go by color because I have more of them and they're bigger. Now, the most affordable palettes I have beyond this small e.l.f. bite-sized palette are the ones from ColourPop. Most of them I have run about $12 for a 9 pan, and you get a lot of color, rich boldness. They're easy to blend, and I think they are a great addition to a collection if you're looking for a lot of bold color. And I'm going through, and everything that I have is either a curated palette or it's a monochromatic palette. The ones that are, I believe, that are 12 pan are curated from collaborations with ColourPop, and not the $9 pans. So those that are like 12 pans run about anywhere from $12 to $18, depending on what the collection or the collaboration is. Now, you might see some eyeshadow palettes and some brands that have fallen out of favor with the public. I'm just not ready to part with those yet. And also, there are some that I keep just for sentimental value. I know that sounds very weird, but when I started to get out of the 90s makeup, because here it is for me about the bold color and why I'm more of a color girl now, is because when I was younger, I was picked on for wearing makeup by family members, and so I went to that traditional 90s brown and black look for the longest time. It was a way that I could get a full face of makeup and I wouldn't have anyone pick on me. And when I figured out that color, bold colors and bold eyeshadow looks makes me happy, that I ventured out into every bold color that I could possibly get. So you see the rainbow color of the ColourPop, and also when it comes to I have cold toned, warm tone eyeshadow palettes, but I love the color and I'm going to wear it forever and ever because it makes me feel good. It makes me just enjoy the process of taking colors that are bold like that and blending them to mix a beautiful eyeshadow look. And here's the thing, I don't care. I don't care that someone doesn't care for my makeup, because you're only going to see me once or twice, or if you see me all the time, you're just going to have to deal with it, because I'm going to do what makes me happy, and you should do the same. If you like nothing but neutrals, those are absolutely gorgeous as well, but if you like bold color, wear it, be yourself, do what you want to do. And the eyeshadow palette that started it all was this Morphe Warm Glam palette. Now here is the drawer that is the highlighter, the contour, and the blush. I have every formula, liquid, cream, and powder. And this is the dreaded second drawer that, because I have to bend down or reach for it a little bit lower, things often get thrown into it, as you see in this mostly mascara and eyeliner drawer. So I'm having to go through and rearrange things specialty. So for the tools and the eyeshadows and the duochromes and the mascaras, I have to go through and rearrange everything for this one, because this one, honestly, has just gotten out of hand, because I even have formulas in here that seem to never dry, and I have just not taken the time to go through and get rid of them. So I make sure that mascaras don't smell different and funky, make sure they're not expired, and make sure that they're not dried up. And one thing about this drawer is a little bit eclectic, because this is just mainly focused around the eyes and not an eyeshadow palette. So if it's mascara, the eyeliners I keep on my tabletop, but the contour, the spatulas, the mixing brushes, the stamps, the guides, the eyeshadow covers, everything in here is a bit different. So I'm going to try to go through and explain to you what everything is without getting too long-winded, but I'm going to have to check a lot of products, because there are some products that dried up that can be rehydrated and they are not expired. So my favorite mascaras come from a couple different sources. The most recent favorite and the most affordable, coming in at $1.55, comes from Shop Miss A. Is the lengthening or the voluming mascara. The other mascaras that are color are my favorite, and that comes from Glisten Cosmetics. And then I have two that are drugstore. One is from Ulta Beauty. It is the one that clicks, and you can get 3 different looks out of it. It's their brand. It comes in a pink tube. And the other one is, which I don't have right now, but is the NYX On The Rise. That is a good lifting and volumizing mascara. But I will try to link those in the description below as well, especially, like I said, when it comes to those that I think that are the most affordable, which is Shop Miss A and Ulta. Now, my favorite eye water liners, I have them in different shades and formulas. Those come from Gavesi Beauty, from their retro liner that dries down to a matte, to their split cake liners, and also their duochrome liners. I have the Technichrome flakes that are fun to play with, and a lot of liquid eyeshadows. So things that are specialty are going into this drawer here, and you can see that these compartments are a little bit different because I have glitters and body glitters, with everything being. The problem with this is the packaging, because let me tell you, I understand that indie brands, in order to bring us a good quality product, that sometimes they go to basic packaging, which I do not mind at all. But I just wish that I didn't have to keep some of the packaging that comes with it in order to read what it is, because they either don't list the color on the actual product itself, it's only on the packaging, or they've listed the font to where you cannot read it at all. And I'm not asking for much, just please put it black on a white background. That's all I'm asking. You know, I understand that you need to save money in order to have a good product and put more money and effort into giving us something very unique and very affordable. So I do get it, but I'm an old gal here. I'm almost pushing 50, so please just change the font and make it a little bit easier to read. And because the spaces of this and being able to make things fit for my actual collection, I'm going through with the specialty tools like the rubber spatula, along with the mixing spatula, my eyeshadow eye guides, my liner guides, the dotting tools, to the gems and the gem pen. This also includes eyebrow products, from clear brow stay and put gels to the color gels, to the stamper tools, to the eyelash glue, and to the glitter glues and loose glitters and loose pigments. Everything's in here. They're smaller, a bit more eclectic, but it's specialty finishes for around the eyes. But you see what I mean about the box here. I hate the fact that I have to keep this box in order to tell you what the color is. I could just say I got some of these from Gavesi Beauty, but I want you to be able to get the color I'm using. I need to know what that color is, but that's alright. I digress. I'll move on. And here are the concealers for cut creases. They are the best ones. The e.l.f. Camo is my favorite one to use. And then I also have my eyeliner sticks, the one I use on my face to map out shapes on my face. I don't use those on my eyes, and that's why they're being kept in this box and they don't sit on the desktop with my actual eyeliner and lip liner pencils. Now, I do often throughout the year enter giveaways on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and Wet n Wild sent me this collection that I already had, so I'm going to have some bulk here, and I don't mind keeping those in the packages. That lets me distinguish between that is already open. And so here are those in this collection. They are very good, very affordable, Wet n Wild liquid, and they dry in a matte formula. Now here is the drawer that bothers me the most, because it's that dreaded third drawer where I have to lean down, and sometimes I have prosthetics on my face or something hasn't dried, so I just throw things into it because it's sitting there and it's open and I don't think anything else about it. So I'm having to grab some specialty tools out of it, some more gems, that gem pen, and get that out of my primer section. So I'm taking things from the box that are the primers, the setting powders, and the pore fillers and things like that out of this box, and make sure it goes into the other one. Now, as far as setting sprays, I have 3 favorite setting sprays. One which is very affordable, which is the e.l.f. Matte Mist. The other one, which is LA Girl. and the Maybelline 16 Hour Wear. Now, here's the thing, I keep extra bottles of the LA Girl because they travel easier. Also, I like the formula, but I like the spray bottle of the Ulta because it's a fine, broader mist. So I will take my favorite setting powder and pour that into that bottle in order to use it. Now, my favorite primer to use of all time, I have two. One is the Maybelline Baby Skin. The other one is the No Filter Primer coming from Shop Miss A. I think that one runs at $1.55. It could be a little bit more, but that is my new favorite go-to. I hope they never stop making it, and every time I place an order at Shop Miss A, I just go ahead and throw one of those into the cart. So moving on to the blush and highlighter drawer, I have several different finishes. I have liquid, I have cream, and I also have powder. So my all-time favorite powder blushes come from ColourPop, very good formula, very smooth. And the highlighters, I like the LA Girl Strobe. Now we all know I like to just blow it up. I like to look like I'm coming from a different planet. So I have very specific highlighters that I like to use. And the contouring palette. Now the highlighter I love the most is the Sophie X. It's the highlighter which has different colors. So you have a purple, you have a pink, and then you have your neutral, your shimmers, and the highlighter, which are the gold and warm tones. But my favorite is the Strobe, which is brightening like the sun. And so my favorite liquid blushes are coming from Shop Miss A. I like the ones that have the little brush to it. It looks like a fingernail bottle, but it's just easier to get enough of the product that you want. It blends seamlessly. So here I am going through and just separating the finishes. I do love the ColourPop blush hearts, but the only problem I have about it, the only drawback to it, is it's hard to open that shape, and it's also hard to store it. The other things that are in this drawer are the body shimmers from Soul, the sister company to ColourPop. But yeah, I am happy that I got everything organized and have a little bit more space to add new products. But here is everything cleaned up, my wonderful art that is on the wall, and now you can see that those palettes are sitting on top of the drawers. These are roll around drawers that I picked up at Walmart, and I have the eyeshadows that are sitting nice and neatly according to color. In that second drawer, that's the specialty tools and the specialty liners, finishes, glitters, and adhesives, and mascaras. With the room so I can add some more products. Yay! So the third drawer up underneath this, which you did not see me organize, are my sponges, my specialty colored foundations, my cleaning tools, along with my travel makeup bags. Yes, you heard me right. Plural bags is because I store makeup and lipstick in one, brushes and sponges in another. And yes, you'll count, I have about 5 buckets full of brushes. But here's the desktop cleaned up. Now look at this lipstick drawer, which I don't have 106 in it at the time. I have 103 because I was gifted from my bestie, Kristen, 3 extra liquid lipsticks. But I absolutely love that I can see the colors and everything is organized. And the acrylic top organizers are that I use every day and reach for, and also have room to put products up on the table. When I actually do a look, I like to put my products out within reach so I can get them. So that's why there's room in these drawers here. I have my Super Shock eyeshadows, which is a specialty finish, along with room for my setting powders. I have several different kinds. I have the translucent, I have the white, I have the very fine. It just depends on what I'm doing, if I'm doing special effects makeup or beauty makeup. And here is the organization of all my lip liners and my eyeliners. This is what I decluttered the most because I had gel liners that would break and that they just were not good anymore. But here's my wonderful artwork by Les and my best friend Kristen, who made this sign for me that says "Life is short, buy the shoes." So here's the organization of my face primers, skincare, setting sprays. Oh, I just love that. I love that everything's where it needs to be and that I can grab it and I can see it. Just, oh, I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
And here is that third drawer now organized, that blush and highlighter drawer. But yeah, it took me about 3 days to get this cleaned up and organized, and I do not regret it. But yeah, that's my entire collection. Even though I'm on a no buy, the only thing I buy is things I use every day that go empty. And let me know what you think about my makeup collection in my little workspace here. Just proof that you don't have to go and buy elaborate things in order to be able to work and create beautiful makeup or special effects look. And another piece of art on my wall, of course, the Necronomicon, also done by Les, who did the Nightmare Before Christmas. And when I say I'm in a well ventilated area, I'm up under this intake of my air conditioner because of the glue and the fumes that come out from some of these adhesives. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and seeing what my space looks like. Did you spot an item that you're more curious about and want more information? Let me know in the comments below. And now that you've seen my makeup collection, why not stick around for this next video where I give a full review on this Terrifier 2 makeup, and I will see you next time. Bye!